Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So today we are going to take and do the file work on our little planishing foot tool. So as you can see, it looks like a little foot there, like a little leg, and we need to take and first things first, we need to get this squared up. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to just lock it here in the vise, and I'm going to lock it down as low into the vise as I want to take and do there, and we're going to work on this profile of getting it square in this plane first and then square in that plane at the same time. So we're going to take it right off the toe where the bulk of the majority of the material is. Don't want to go that way. If you find that it squeaks in the vise too much, just change the position of your file. So we're going to file this straight down until we get this fitting nice and square. Get the toe down to the same height as the heel of the piece. And just keep filing straight on across. As it comes down square, you'll see that back here that hasn't been filed, it'll slowly start getting filed too because the file is bigger than the surface material. So as this is starting to come down in plane with the rest of it, it'll file all the way across very nicely. Just keep filing this until you get it to where it comes all the way across to the heel. We may have to turn it so we can stop some of that squeaking. But basically we've got that mostly square now. We've got it mostly squared up. So now I'll take another look at it here, see which way I need to grip it and go with it. And sometimes it helps to grip it at a diagonal versus square on, just to get some different angle to it. Still not quite down to that heel yet, but I'm getting there. File away. And this is why we left this foot tool just a little thick in the forging video here on it. We wanted to take and come back in here and clean this up and get it squared up with a file. And the closer you can forge to finish, the better off you'll be. I said that in the other video as well. So now we'll go ahead and clean up square up the foot profile a little bit. And on the heel, don't be afraid to turn this around the vise to find what's going to work for you. Sometimes what you think will work for you isn't the best option. So don't be afraid to turn this around. The ideal is we just want a really nice flush and flat plane on this little planishing foot. So after you get the heel all squared up where you want it, you've gotten the toe all squared up where you want it, and you get the sides squared up, everything in plane, yada yada yada, and it looks good. Now we are going to go ahead and take off a little 16th flat all the way around and then radius that off. So you can do this a couple ways. You can come in like this direction here and take that off, or you can go with the piece like so. I find that you get a little more even flat all the way across the piece if you do it like I'm doing it here, running lengthways with the stock versus against the cross grain. So just go like that to it. Keep this pitched at a 45-degree bevel. That'll put that little 16th flat on there for you. So go just like that. And just like that. So there we go. So we got that all flattened out. And now do the same thing, but roll the file in your hand, just like I'm doing here, like a twist motion as you come across the piece. And that will radius off from the top face into the sides, that corner edge. Just like so, on the heel and on the toe. If your file plugs up, remember, clean it out with a file carder. It'll give you a little better finish. And that's what we're wanting. Okay, so now that we've got that done, there's one last step here. You need to take and alleviate the little corner here, right at the edge, right at the toe and the heel and so on the other sides. You have to take that little sharp corner off, otherwise it'll leave little dots and little places in your work. So just radius off where approximately that corner would be. This will help for you to get really good clean results. And just like so. Okay. Take this little corner off a little more. And I'm good. So now we have a very softened foot tool. So now that's ready to planish out work when we need it, to get into little areas that we otherwise couldn't be able to get planishing tool just right up against. We might be able to get that foot tool in there instead and be able to do our planishing work. Obviously you want to make sure that you go ahead and file off the other end, the struck end, to a nice crown, so this way it can be worked from multiple angles to do your planishing work. So that's it for this video. Make sure to watch step 3 in this, where we do the hardening and tempering step on this little foot tool. And like always, God bless you, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.